Okay, so today I wanted to talk about emotions. You have negative emotions and you have positive emotions. Your emotions, from what I've learned, is a guidance system. Your emotions are very important when it comes to you creating your reality more deliberately, because your dominant emotion, how you feel most of the time, is your vibrational set point. Your vibrational set point is the your vibrational set point is what determines what your reality reflects back to you. How you feel most of the time determines how your reality makes you feel as well. Um, but we think that it's what's happening out here that makes us feel what we're feeling in here. But at the same time, you being the conscious being that you are, you have the ability to choose your emotions. And a lot of people, we just don't do that. And that's what I mean when I mentioned in the last video about living by default. A lot of us don't take the time to be consciously aware enough that we can indeed choose to feel better. To be positive is a choice. To think positively is a choice. Just like worrying, being doubtful, being fearful, that is a choice. The only difference is you don't think that that's a choice. You think that this happened, that's why I'm afraid. This happened, that's why I doubt that this can happen. You think that it's what's going on out here that's making you that way. But simply, you can just choose the opposite. Just like you choose to worry because it's so natural for you to worry, you can choose to not worry. You can choose the opposite end of worry. How about you worry about things going right instead of worrying about them going wrong? Worry about them going right. You don't do so because naturally your set point, you've been doing this for so long, your natural set point is to be more so on the negative side when it comes to your emotions. And I'm here to tell you that with all of this, with the meditation, with the awareness, the meditation and the sharpening of your focus, the sharpening of your awareness is so that you can care more about how you feel. Because if you care more about how you feel, you set a new vibrational set point. Setting a new vibrational set point creates a new reality, slows down the momentum of all that negative energy that you've been putting out, whether you knew it or not. You've been putting out. Now that you're choosing more positively, it will turn those things around. You got to slow the momentum that you were dominantly using down first to build up new momentum to move forward. And as you focus more on the positivity and build the momentum more on being more positive, the negative side of things will eventually cease. I've chosen to be positive so frequently to now being positive is just natural. Instead of worrying being natural, which for me was more dominant prior, worrying used to be more natural for me. But now I've chosen so frequently, I've chosen so often to say, nope, I'm going to just choose to be positive. I'm going to choose this thought instead. Nope, I prefer to think this way instead. And it takes work. It took a lot of focus. It took a lot of, determination to sit within myself and say, no, I'm going to, and keep choosing, keep choosing, keep choosing, keep choosing, keep choosing. Because when you enter into this, you're going to realize that, damn, I do be thinking some shit that really don't serve me, or I do be thinking certain thoughts that really don't benefit me. They hinder me, if anything. So I always tell people that nothing matters prior to the choice. Once you've made the decision, no matter what thought came up in your mind or what feeling of emotions came up within you, sadness, like just anything less than positive emotion is going to make you feel some type of way. And you being the conscious creator that you are, you have the ability to not only feel it, but at the point of feeling it, choose to feel or go the opposite direction. I want you to think of your emotions as a guidance system, as an indicator, no different from your gas system. You know when gas is on full and when it's on E. And when the light is on, you need to go put gas in it. I want you to think of the light being on as negative emotion and being full as positive emotion. When that light is on, you got to fill yourself back up. You can't do nothing for nobody with your shit on E. You can't run an errand. You can't go take nobody nowhere. You can't do anything. And this is where selfishness is going to have to come in sometimes, because a lot of y'all so used to doing things for other people, or you're so used to putting yourself on the shelf to go and handle this for somebody else. You're not going to be able to do that if you're on E, though. You can't pour into someone else's cup if there's nothing in yours. You can't starve to help those that are starving. You can't become poor to help poor people. Like, that's not going to do anything for them. What benefit are you if you can't help your own self? You got to be willing to choose how you care to feel, because if not, your emotions are in control of you and you are not in control of your emotions. This is where emotional intellect comes in. Emotional intellect is just being aware enough that you have these emotions. How are you going to move with them? And I'm going to use an example. When I come across certain things that I know makes me feel less than how I dominantly feel, I can feel them. I can feel it in my gut. I can feel it in my chest when I'm upset. I can feel those things. And when I do, because my natural set point for me is satisfaction, which is a midpoint where I'm just satisfied. I can easily go over here, but I can easily go this way too. And I stay in that set point because when shit hits the fan, or when something is presented to me, I can sit still within myself enough, even if it's just for a second, to decide, do I want to go here with you? Do I want to leave from where I'm at and come down there with you to argue, to discuss scary shit that's happening in the world, and just, what are you giving airtime to? That is how I use my emotions, my guidance system that's naturally built within all of us. I use it in a way that allows me to choose to feel better, because I want to create a life that feels better. Why would I choose the opposite when I know now that I know, I can deliberately and purposely choose to be positive? Matter of fact, my teacup, it says choose to be positive. Positivity is a choice. I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. You can't say, okay, I'm going to do this X, Y, and Z, and it's going to make me happier. If I get X, Y, Z, it's going to make me happier. You know how many people have millions and they're not happy? You know how many people who have all the shit in the world that they want, but they're not happy because they don't exercise their choice to be happy? Let me tell you something. You're going to manifest regardless of if you feel good or not. I'm teaching you about emotions, or mentioning emotions, because you can create a lot effortlessly if you just choose to feel good. And what's the risk of choosing to feel good? Feeling good? Oh, I don't want to do that, because then it's going to make me all happy-go-lucky. It's going to make me feel good. I don't want to choose positivity, because then I'm going to be positive. Isn't that stupid? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense not to choose positivity. But you're so accustomed to how you dominantly feel, even while watching this video, how you feel most of the time, you're so used to that. That's what you're used to. And that's your set point. Look around. Your life kind of matches that too. Really think about that. Your life kind of matches how you feel right now. However you feeling right now. Life matches that. You went to bed angry last night. I'm guarantee you woke up kind of angry this morning too. That's just how it goes. But I say it to say this also. As spiritual beings, and y'all forgive me, my nails are fucked up. I'm trying to take them off, so don't judge me. But anyway, you're feeling all types of negative emotions, and different things. And I don't want you to be like I was. I thought that I had to be perfect or I gotta feel good all the time. That's not the case. All I'm saying to you is this shit can get a lot easier if you're willing to decide to feel good. And you're probably saying, well, I'm going through all of this shit. How do I decide to feel good? I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy, because I don't know your circumstance. I don't know what you're going through. So I'm never going to tell you, oh yeah, it's just easy. You choose to be positive and all is going to be good. I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you is when you choose enough, you make it a habit. And once it becomes a habit, it's natural. And once it's natural, that's just what it is. You'll be more happy than you're not. You'll be more satisfied than you're not. You'll be more positive than you're not. You'll be more willing to choose this outcome than this. You'll be more willing to choose to be a part of this discussion versus this discussion. You get what I'm saying? I don't revel in negativity. I don't get hyped up about shit that don't make me feel good and willing to express it all over again. I'm very particular about these things. I pay attention to these things. I'm always aware of it because I care too much about how I feel. I care too much about how I feel. How I feel is so important to me. My emotions and how I'm feeling right now in this moment is so important to me, because I have things that I'm trying to create, because I have outcomes that I want, because it makes me feel good. Let's put that first and foremost. Because at first I was doing it for the things, but now it's because I prefer to feel good. Nothing matters except that I feel good. Nothing matters. Nothing out here matters except that I feel good. Because if I let the shit out here matter more than how I feel matters, then I can't enjoy the shit that's out here. It goes back to what I said. It's millionaires out here that's miserable. I don't want to be a miserable millionaire. It ain't a denomination in this world that I would care to have. If somebody said, oh, I'll give you $1 million, but you have to be miserable with it. Or I'll give you, a nice home and everything like this. Just everything that you need to make you comfortable and you'll be happy. I'm going to choose happiness. Only because I know what it is now. I'm not willing to sell my happiness for anything. If it's not going to make me happy, then I don't want it. Another thing with emotions. If more people knew that they had the choice to choose and that they're responsible for their happiness, nobody can make you happy. Nobody can make you happy. You are responsible for your happiness. If more people knew that, there would be less divorce rates, more successful relationships, all of that. Because we put so much pressure on the other person because, oh, you don't make me happy anymore. You no longer make me happy. That person is not responsible for making you happy. They add to your happiness if you've already got some. And hopefully you do, because why are you in a relationship with somebody looking for them to make you happy when you can't make your own self happy? You can't even choose your own emotions to make yourself happy. Caring about how you feel is a huge role in self-love too. You have to care about how you feel. I love myself too much to feel like this. I love myself too much to feel this way. And I say all of this as well because when you choose positivity, that's your leverage also. Feeling good and allowing that set point to build and become more natural is a leverage. You're going to notice that doing certain actions are going to be a lot effortless when you are dominantly positive, satisfied, peaceful, serene. It just is. Think about when you're frustrated. You stump your toe. You can't find your keys. You mad about that. Now you don't waste coffee on your shirt. You don't ever have mornings like that where it's like, well, damn, can I get a break? Because it's a momentum. It's like a snowball effect. You just keep going and you building it. You're frustrated about the keys. That frustration caused you to waste the coffee on your shirt. That frustration caused you to be late because you had to change your shirt. Now you're late. That frustration caused you to get into it with your manager. Like, it just keep going on and on and on because you don't know, or you're not aware enough to take a moment and stop at the time you waste the coffee and say, You know what? It's okay. I'm going to take the shirt off, change, and I'm going to choose positivity and happiness regardless. You got to be bold. You got to be brave. You got to stand up for yourself, and you got to stand up in front of these circumstances and be like, no. Because wasting a coffee on you, that's a circumstance. But I've already told you in the last video, you got to be smarter than your circumstances. You got to be smarter than your emotions. These things are not in control of you. You are in control. You are the one out here in control. With the Spirit of God in you, you have the control. You have the ability to do that. You have that right. You have that power. You are so free. You are so free that you can choose bondage. And you wouldn't even know. That's free will. You're so free that you can choose to live by default instead of being the deliberate creator that you are, that we all are. And everybody may not want to be deliberate. My life fine just how it is. I don't want to do that. And that's fine. You could do that. Mine wasn't. So I had to find some other way. It had to be another way for me because it wasn't peachy for me like that. I had to get in control of my emotions. I had to learn to choose better. I had to teach myself to make better choices for myself, for my emotions, for my well-being, and for my life. Now, I've said all of this because despite your emotions, you're going to manifest regardless. I don't want you to be how I was, because when I first learned this, I was like, dang, I've really been messing myself up with all these negative emotions. I got to a point where I wanted to be more deliberate, but now when I had a negative thought or whatever, I'm like, oh, now I done messed up my reality, or I done put that out there. Fuck, I'm fucking up. Don't do that. Do not exhaust yourself like that. You can't micromanage every fucking thing. Don't drive yourself crazy like that. It's okay to be aware of what's coming in and what you're putting out and etc. like that. But be calm. Be nice to yourself. That's a part of self-love too. Always be nice to yourself. That's what all of this is about. You choosing to be positive is you being nice to yourself. You choosing not to get mad at yourself because you had a negative thought or a negative emotion is you being nice to yourself. All of that is self-love. Self-love is about you being nice to yourself in every way, shape, or form. It's about you being nice to yourself. Shouldn't nobody love you more than you love you. Nobody. Not your mama, not your daddy, nobody. Nobody should love you more than you love yourself. And it's all about choice. You have to choose. And I don't care if you was mad 1 second, but you chose to be positive the next. Guess what? Nothing matters prior to the choice. You've already made the choice to be positive. Keep it moving. Go ahead. Move on. Don't sit back there and think, damn, I was sitting there really thinking about these emotions and I done fucked up. No, you didn't. You can't fuck up. But that's a whole nother video. You can't fuck up. Now what? Keep choosing. Keep moving. You're bigger than all of this. You're bigger than the emotions. You're bigger than all of it. You're bigger than your circumstance that you're going through right now. You're bigger than all of it. You got to rise above. You got to keep rising. You got to keep choosing. Because the only way you're going to win is if you keep choosing. You already know what giving up feels like. What happens when you keep choosing? What's going to happen if you keep choosing? I want to know that. Because I know what it's like to give up. Trust me. I will give up on some shit in a heartbeat. Old me. Like, fuck it. This don't make me happy, I'm out. When nothing can make me happy, it was me. I had to choose to be happy. I was kicking my own ass. But back to what I was saying, you're going to manifest regardless. You manifest negative shit, positive shit all the time. Whether you feel good or aware that you feel good or not. Whether you're aware that you feel good in this moment. You done had incidents where you wasn't feeling that great and then you got good news and now you're feeling amazing. So you manifested that even though you wasn't feeling good. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want you to think that, oh, I'm fucking up my reality. And that's not the point of this video. My whole purpose of this video is to kind of make you more aware about how you feeling. Really, when you go out throughout your day today, really just take a second and think about how you feel. What are you feeling within your gut right now? Some people have worry in there. There's like knots and fears and things, different auras within you. That shit don't got to be there. If you're feeling that, those are emotions, and your body has gotten so accustomed to those emotions. That's another thing. That's another reason why I choose. I want my body to be more easy, more relaxed, more calm. Be peaceful, baby. We cool out here. It's all right. It's good. See, when I talk to myself, because let me tell you something. I done learned to love myself in a whole nother way. So when I'm talking to myself, I'm babying myself when I'm talking to myself, because that's just where I'm at with it. I've always had a level of self-love, but as I get older, I kind of realize what self-love truly is. And it's just really about being kind to you and about choosing to care about how you feel over everything. Because again, that's your leverage. You can't do anything without your tank on full. You can't do anything without. And the closer it is to full, the better. Me, I'm always at half a tank. I'm primarily at half a tank. That's satisfied. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I can choose. I can either get some more gas or I can let it run out. Like, that's how you got to see it. Your emotions are your guidance system. And when you dominantly feel good, you create well. And when you create well, your reality is well. And when your reality is well, you're happy. And when you're happy, you create well. And when you create well, your reality is well. And when your reality is well, you feel happy. You see the cycle. It just keeps going and going. It's a snowball effect. It just keeps going and gets bigger and bigger. And eventually, you turn all of those old habits into new ones. And those new ones become your new natural habit. And therefore, it gets easier and easier and easier. And before you know it, you'll realize that, for the most part, I'm always happy. For the most part, I'm never really worrying about anything. For the most part, I'm not really doubting anything. For the most part, I always feel good. And that's a blessing. That in itself is a blessing. With everything that's going on in the world, with all the stuff that's happening to you in your reality right now, or in somebody that you care about reality, all of these different experiences that's happening out here in the world, if you can still stand within it all throughout all the chaos and be centered enough to still choose positivity, that's power. There's so much leverage in that power, because despite what the hell is going on, if I feel good, then I can create anything out here. I can make this shit turn. I can really move it forward the way I want it to go, as long as I feel good. And I want to introduce you to that as your guidance system, because this is how I use it. When I feel a negative emotion, I think of it like this. It's nothing but a call. It's a call from the whole of who I am, God, because I am that connection. You are too. You're connected to it. I'm connected to it. We've discussed that. We're all connected to it. You only feel bad because you've strayed so far away from that which it is, that energy which it is. That pure positive love. You feel, you're only able to feel bad because you've strayed off. You've went too far. You've gone too close to the E. Your light about to be on. Come back. Come this way. Think of it as God calling you to come back this way. When you feel awful, when you crying, when you sad, when you upset, when you frustrated, think of it as a call. That's God telling you, you don't went over there to come this way. You don't went too far. Get over here. I'm calling you. That's why you feel bad, because I'm calling you. You're not over here where I'm at. That's why you feel bad. I'm calling you. Come back this way. Look at this, a butterfly. Oh, look at that. So you know what I mean? Like, you got to find, you're going to have to find other things, and it can be on anything. That's the beauty about all of this. You don't, if you're upset about a car, you don't have to think about a car that you would like instead in order to feel good. I can be upset about a car and be happy about a butterfly, or be happy about a baby that I saw smiling. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be on the same subject. Your job is to simply choose. Choose something else. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. You can choose it about anything, as long as it's the opposite of what you're feeling right now. If it's negative, and you have the power to choose, then choose it. Choose to feel better. Choose something, any subject, any topic, any thought about whatever. As long as it's positive, you've made the choice and your job is done. Keep choosing. What else can you choose after that? Bet, a butterfly, now what? Bet, a laughing baby, now what? Ooh, a puppy, now what? Keep going. And it's going to seem crazy at first. In the beginning, it's going to seem foolish. Because it's like, I don't got time for this. I got real shit going on. And I understand that too. But in the beginning, you just got to persevere. You got to keep pushing and choose. I'm going to choose regardless. I don't care what's going on. That's just how I feel about it. Because I know how well I create when I feel better. I know how well I create when I choose. I know how well I create when dominantly my set point is to be satisfied, is to feel good. Therefore, my life presents shit to me that makes me feel good. My life presents more shit to me that makes me satisfied, makes me comfortable, makes my life easy. Because I'm always choosing that. The universe can only give you what you're projecting. Your choice is a projection. It's reflective out here. If the world is a mirror, what are you putting out there? What are you giving airtime to? Are you giving all your focus on negative bullshit? Or are you taking the time to choose the positivity so that you can create the shit how you want it to be? What are you focusing on? So as that indicator, when you feel negative emotion and it's calling you that way, but the whole of you is calling you back over here, which one are you going to choose? You can feel it. You know when you feel some negative shit. You know you can feel it. Take the time next time you get upset. I don't want you to be upset, but the next time you feeling, like, feel in your body where that shit is. Because mine is in my stomach, or sometimes I feel in my chest. You done piss me off and now my chest hurting. Because all these curse words be sitting in here. And they just want to come out. But I have to be smarter than my circumstances and say, no, you're not worth it. I'm not coming. I'm not. Now, don't get it twisted. I will come down, but I don't want to. But I'm not coming down there with you because for what? Now, I ain't saying being no pushover because people like to take kindness for weakness and all that. You know how people can be. I ain't saying be no pushover, but what I'm saying is to put yourself first and really think about it. Is it worth me going down here to cuss this motherfucker out, or can I just stay up here and feel good? And a lot of times when you get used to choosing after a while, because it's so natural, you're just going to want to feel good. And that low vibrational energy that's down there, you ain't going to want to go down there. You're not going to want to go down there when you always sitting at the top. And you got to think about it like this. Misery loves company. And misery also can't get what they can't reach. I'm up here. Misery is too far down. That's a low vibrational set point. You can't reach me up there. Misery is so far from satisfaction. And if I'm always satisfied, if I'm always satisfied and I'm the one in control, you reaching me from misery means that I'm not in control. That means you done got me when nobody should have me but me. Nobody should be responsible about how I'm feeling but me. Even the motherfucker that's pissing you off. They're not in control of how you feel. They're pissing you off, but you're still in control of how you feel. You're choosing to be pissed off when you can sit back and choose another set point. You don't have to choose to be pissed off. You don't have to sit and being pissed off, but you think it's that person out there pissing you off. And they probably triggered it, but you remaining pissed off is you. You remaining pissed off is you. Them pissing you off even is you. Because what about what they did pissed you off identifies something in you that you're still not in control. And that's okay too. Because like I said, you're a human being. It's going to be times where your choice is just going to be upset. And that's okay too. Because like I said, you're going to manifest regardless. I'm just telling you, you have a whole lot more leverage choosing positivity. You can make shit a whole lot more sweet choosing positivity. You can make shit a whole lot easier choosing positivity. So why not? Why not choose it? It's a call. So don't be upset with yourself if you do venture into this information and you want to start choosing more. That's fine. But if you're going to be the deliberate creator that you are, and you do decide to choose, it's very important that you still practice that self-love. You cannot be upset with yourself because you're down today. You cannot be upset with yourself because you're not feeling well. The game is always, how long are you not going to feel well? How long are you going to choose to continue not feeling good? Or are you going to make the decision to feel better? That's the game. How quickly can you choose? How often can you choose? How persistent, how consistent can you be with choosing to feel well? Because eventually, making that choice is just natural. It's not even something that you have to think about. I don't have to think about being happy. I'm just happy. I don't have to think about being satisfied. I'm just satisfied. I've chosen it enough to the point where this is just what it is. This is my natural set point now. This is where I'm at. And you could do it for yourself too. And I say this because in the next video, we are going to discuss imagination. And your emotions and your imaginations are going to go hand in hand for the next video, which is going to be about impressing your subconscious before bed. So all of this stuff, like I said, it's like a layer to a cake. We are going to put them all together to where it all makes sense. And then we're going to start venturing into different techniques. And hopefully that will bring everything full circle as to why I do the videos in the order that I chose to do them. But emotions, major key, major part. So I definitely wanted to get that out there to you. I didn't mean for this video to be 31 minutes, but I just wanted you to know that. And I can't express enough about you caring about how you feel and not being upset about yourself being negative. Don't be upset with yourself because you aren't feeling good. There is nothing wrong with you because you're not feeling good. I already told you, you are perfect as you are. You have a system within you that you don't know how to operate fully yet. But with practice, you can operate it. You can realize how it functions, and you can make life so much better for yourself once you do. It's a guidance system. That negativity you feel, it's like Operation. You ever played that game Operation? If you stay aligned and put that stick in there without touching them edges, then you good. You can get what you want out of it. You can get what you want out of life by staying balanced and not touching them edges. Them edges, that's negative emotion. You got to come back. That's all it means. If you tapped it, you just know you need to come back over. That little buzzing sound, I don't know if y'all play Operation, but I play Operation. But yeah, that's all it is. That negative emotion, that's what that's all it is, like a buzzer. Oh, let me go back over here. I feel so and so. Oh, let me go back over here. You just keep choosing, keep choosing, keep choosing, keep choosing, keep choosing. And eventually it's not even going to be a thing. It's like, I don't even pay that shit no mind because I'm over here. My negative emotions know not to even mess with me like that. Like, that's where I'm at with it. They know not to even play with me like, man, watch out. Period. Like, I'm over here with it. Always. I don't let them get the control. I don't let those emotions take over me. And in the upcoming videos, you'll see why it's going to make sense, because these emotions followed by your beliefs and these different techniques that we're going to learn along the way as well, they go hand in hand with each other, and it just makes for a much smoother operation, a better flow. Because all of this is to get you in a flow state. That flow state is going to create a whole lot easier than it does being by default, not knowing how you feeling, not caring how you feeling, choosing all types of bullshit, choosing shit, negative shit to watch. A lot of y'all fall asleep to TV that's talking about bullshit. All of that stuff, that's impressing you. That's in your body. That's in your neurons. That's in your mechanism. That's in there. You done fell asleep to TV and had a dream about what's going on the damn TV. That's because your subconscious is picking that stuff up. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into all of that. I want you to see your emotions from now on as a guidance system. You feel negative, it's just God calling you and say, hey, you could come over here. You don't have to pay attention to that. That's all. Soon as you feel it, that's all it is just a call. That's why you can't be upset, because it's just a call. There's no need for you to be upset about feeling anything other than positive, because it's just a call. And once you make the choice, again, nothing matters prior to your choice. You done did your job. Move on. Anyway, 35 minutes now. Y'all continue to be kind to yourselves. Continue to just rejoice in who you are and celebrate the fact that you are so much powerful than you may think, or that you may lead yourself on. But yeah, I have to go to work. I wish you all a great day. I hope that this video had enough substance in it to kind of give you a different perspective, a different outlook on what your emotions truly are and how they benefit you. Because again, they are a leverage, and emotions plays a major role. If you're not feeling good, you on E, I'm telling you, it's not much that you can do but create more life that allows you to feel like you're on E instead of feeling like you're more full, more whole. It's that simple. But y'all take care. Happy Sunday. Love y'all. All that good stuff. Yeah.